Hello, I'm Janet Wybrant, graduate student at the University of Kansas. My SPED 871-898 social skills project stars a 10-year-old girl named Haley. Haley is diagnosed with ASD and ADHD. The observational period showed a young girl who was not following along in her social studies class third period at Porter Elementary. At times, Haley even faced the back of the classroom. Other times, she put her head down. She played with her folder, her library book, walked around the room, and even asked the teacher to go to the library during class. Baseline data taken on the affirmed time sampling data collection form indicated the first day 4 intervals of 10 minutes Haley did not face the teacher when he was talking to her or to the class. The second day 5 intervals not facing the teacher. The third day 5 intervals. The fourth day 4 intervals. And the fifth day 4 intervals, again not facing the teacher. Haley's operationally defined target behavior in Mr. Johnson's class third period. Haley will face the direction of the teacher when he is talking to her or to the class as a whole. The goal is for Haley to face the teacher, Mr. Johnson, when he is talking to her or to the class 70% of the time for a 1-week period. Social skills training was selected as the evidence-based practice to use for implementation. Also selected was video modeling and reinforcement. These two evidence-based practices are commonly used along with social skills training. On day 1 of implementation, Haley and I watched a video starring Howard Wigglebottom called Listen Better. Haley, like most kids, loves videos, so I thought she would have a good introduction to implementation through this video. She watched the video, and then together we listed on the dry erase board a list of good listening skills and a list of not so good listening skills. One of the good listening skills was facing the teacher. The second day of implementation, Haley role-played a teacher who was teaching good listening skills. She enjoyed being the star of the video and is a born leader. After the implementation phase, data was collected. The same affirm form was used as the baseline data. Haley and I visited prior to data collection and discussed how the data would be recorded with a plus, minus, or NA. We also discussed reinforcement. I gave Haley a small cat purse and a reward card. She would receive 1 reward for each box that she received a plus. If she received 5 plus signs, then she received a squeaky toy. Haley loves sensory toys and cats. The squishy toys included cats, hippos, teddy bears, and other animals. Collection was conducted for 5 days. Unfortunately, due to personal reasons and the flu, 1 week was not totally possible. The very first day of data collection, Haley had only 2 intervals not facing the teacher. Day 2, 2 intervals not facing the teacher. Day 3, 0 intervals not facing the teacher. Day 4 and 5, 0 intervals not facing the teacher. It is obvious to me with the data collection after implementation showing fewer intervals not facing the teacher that the goal was mastered. One data collection challenge is that Haley had to use the replacement behavior the whole 10-minute interval to receive a plus. That was a challenge of our form and of our situation. This side of, let me show you our form. Here is the time sampling data collection form. You can see this was the data collected after implementation, showing the pluses, the minuses, and some anecdotal notes here and on the back. Also, we have the graph. The graph is titled Target Behavior Not Facing the Teacher. The x-axis label is dates. The y-axis label is interval not facing the teacher. This vertical line indicates the time of implementation, and the left side indicates baseline data and how many intervals she did not face the teacher on that day. And over here is after implementation, and you can see that the times that she did not face the teacher go way down. So I feel like she has mastered this task. Now I have just a very short video of Haley doing a great job in class, and thank you for listening.
Yes, you may. There you go. Oh, slid up on you. There you go. Howard. By a steam engine.
As you can see in the video, Haley really tries, and she's changing her behavior, and she's very motivated by the reinforcers. She also enjoyed the role playing during implementation. She ended up with 22 plus cells out of 26 total for an 84.6% success rate, higher than her 70% goal rate. I would have used a different form to better detail her behavior for all 10-minute intervals. Changes that could be made include a longer data collection period. Now changes need to be made in reinforcement. Reinforcement needs to be slowly faded. I am tasking your teacher, Mr. Johnson, to continue using the reward card and reinforcers, but to slowly fade the reinforcement. When interpreting the data, it should be understood that Mr. Johnson's class is very unstructured and loud. Haley's success is pretty amazing because she learned to tune out distractors and find success in receiving her reinforcement. Thanks a lot.